It's normal to feel nervous about job interviews, and panel interviews or interviews with multiple interviewers are even more stressful. That's why in today's video, I'm sharing 4 effective steps to help you more confidently and successfully navigate your next panel interview. And if you want a free interview guide cheat sheet to help you with some of the most difficult interview questions that you might be asked in the interview, make sure you stick around until the end. And hey, if we've never met before, my name is Heather Austin from ProfessorAustin.com and the Career Club on Facebook. And on this channel, I provide simple solutions to working professionals just like you to help you build your personal brand so that you can land your dream job and grow in a field you love. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below. Make sure you subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit the bell notification so you're notified when I publish a new video or when I go live every week. If you're a job seeker, chances are you've had a panel interview or you're about to have one. Panel interviews are slightly different than one-on-one interviews only because there's more than one person interviewing you. Companies conduct panel interviews mainly to see how well you'll perform under pressure. Panel interviews are also used to see how well you'll work in a group situation or with different personality types. These kinds of interviews can be very intimidating, but by following the 4 simple steps I'm about to share with you, you'll go into your next panel interview with confidence and energy. Let's jump into it. Step number 1, do your research. In any job interview, you need to come well acquainted with the job description as well as the company's mission, their culture, and their values. And don't forget to come prepared with a set of questions to ask your interviewers. For a panel interview, doing a little extra work will go a long way and will make you stand out from all the other candidates. Before the interview, make sure you learn who you will be interviewing with. Learn their names and their position titles. This will help you relax a little bit more and will help you better connect with your interviewers. Step number 2, make a good first impression. It only takes a few seconds to form an opinion of a new acquaintance. That's why it's so important for you to take advantage of the first few seconds where you meet your interviewers and anyone else that you meet on the way to your interview within the company. As with any job interview, making a good first impression does take a little bit of planning. Now, I have you covered when it comes to this. I created a video just for you where you'll learn how to make a good first impression in your interview. I'll link that video below. For panel interviews, there's a few things you want to keep in mind when it comes to making that first introduction. One thing you want to do is make sure you bring a copy of your resume for the entire group. This will allow them to follow along while you're discussing your history, your work experience, your skills, and your expertise. And if you get nervous in front of groups of people, practice introducing yourself in the mirror. And I have a fantastic resource for you. It's a video I created where you'll learn how to introduce yourself in an interview. I'll link the video below. Now, from the moment you walk in the door, you need to make sure you greet everyone properly. And a big part of this is your body language, which leads us to step number 3, use open and professional body language. Body language often has more to do with forming a first impression than it does with what you say. So don't forget to use your body language to your advantage. The general rule of body language, especially in a job interview, is to make good eye contact, smile, and have a nice firm handshake when you introduce yourself. Panel interviews are no different, but it does require a little extra work. Make sure you go the extra mile by meeting each person, giving them a nice firm handshake, making eye contact with them, and smiling. Make and keep eye contact with whoever is talking to you. And then when you're doing the talking, make sure you're glancing around the room, making eye contact with the individual interviewers occasionally. And then of course, when you leave the interview, make sure you thank each panel member personally and then give them a nice handshake with a smile. Now, there are even more ways to use body language in an interview, and I have you covered with a video all about confident body language in an interview. I'll link that video below so you can watch it as soon as you're done with this one. Step number 4, engage with the whole room. As I mentioned earlier, make contact with every member in the room. Try to connect with every interviewer. And if there's a main interviewer, give them a little bit more attention, but don't neglect anyone in the room. You should always bring and ask questions in any job interview. And in a panel interview, interview. You can ask questions to the entire group, or you can ask questions to individuals specifically. Use your questions as a way to learn as much as you can about the company and the different functions within the company. Also, to learn about the members that you are interviewing with at that time. Now, if you couldn't do this before the interview, make sure you learn everyone's names, learn what their functions are, basically learn who they are, and try to connect with each of them individually in the interview. Be observant. Take every opportunity to hear what the panel members are saying and how they say it. The great thing about panel interviews is that they give you a really good look into the company culture and how the team members or employees interact with each other. It allows you to see if the employees or the team members are a little bit more casual with each other or if they're more professional with each other. By being observant and learning these things during an interview, you can also tailor your body language and adjust your interview responses if you need to. Panel interviews do take a little bit of extra work, but if you prepare ahead of time, not only can you make a really good first impression, but you'll also get great insight into if the company is a good match for you. And as I promised at the beginning of this video, I'll place a link to the free interview guide cheat sheet. It's a quick, easy to use downloadable resource that you can grab today that will help you answer some of the most commonly asked interview questions. And if you need even more assistance on your next interview, take a look at the video I made right here. And if you like this video, remember to hit the thumbs up button down below. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this, and I will see you in the next video.